Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, the all-American boy.
Hello, this is Don O'Malley with Don's Breakfast Cereal Show. Today we're showing parts 1 through 5 of Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy. Boy, are you going to be annoyed by listening to how many times they say Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy. So here we are with chapters 1 through 5, and we'll have a short afterwards. Thanks for tuning in. This is Don O'Malley with Don's Breakfast Cereal Show.
Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, the all-American boy.
I still don't see how you can run this without an engine, Jack.
It's got an engine, a jet engine.
You have no carburetor, you have no cylinders, no distributor.
It doesn't use any. Betty, bring those blueprints over so Blake can look at them.
May not have any carburetor or cylinders, but it's still 50 miles an hour faster than any other car built. That hit-and-run driver's gonna get away.
We can catch him. Get in, Billy. Blake, open the gate.
See if you can catch him. I'll call an ambulance.
this fellow's car was a little too fast for us.
Yeah, he had it hopped up. But it wasn't too fast for my car.
That's quite a car you got there. What are you gonna do with it?
Well, I'm gonna get it tuned up and take it up to the flat Sunday and try for a new speed record.
What we saw, you're a cinch. Let's go.
Good going, Jack.
Hello, Mr. Fairfield.
Hello, Blake. This shipment will be picked up for Mr. Gregory Pierce. Keep a close watch on it until they call for it.
Why, are you expecting trouble?
No, but this equipment is very valuable, and I wouldn't want anything to happen to it.
Very well, sir.
Did you catch him?
We sure did, and maybe we'll get a reward, too.
Oh, tell me about it.
Oh, later, the most important thing is we proved that this car can really travel.
And if you don't believe it, just look at my hair. What's this I hear about you joining the police department?
See the afternoon paper, Uncle Jim, and you'll read a great story.
I don't doubt it. Now, if you're ready to go back to work, come into the lab. We have something new on atomic power for planes that might interest you, especially Jack. What can I do for you?
We're here to pick up some stuff for the Pierce Exporting Company. Where do we find it?
Right over there waiting for you. The guard will identify it.
Thank you.
That Mr. Pierce has certainly been buying a lot of equipment lately.
Yes, technical, scientific equipment. Most of it's resold through his exporting company.
What's this about using atomic energy for air power, Uncle Jim? You don't mean you actually have a plane like that?
Well, not exactly, but the experts all agree it's a definite possibility. Vic Hardy has spent weeks in the lab doing basic research. We're not ready to make it public yet, but he's prepared a complete report of his findings to date. Come in.
Hello, Jim. Are you busy?
No, Pierce, come on in. I didn't expect to see you so soon. The truck just arrived for your shipment.
Yes, I saw it as I came in.
Oh, I think you've met my niece and nephew, Betty and Billy Fairfield.
Yes, how are you?
And a very special friend of the family, Jack Armstrong.
How do you do? Glad to know you.
What brings you around? Another order?
Yes, Jim, here are the specifications. I'll pick up the equipment whenever it's ready.
Pardon the interruption, Jim, but those strange radiations are coming in again. I think you better have a look.
Very well, Vic. Oh, I'm sorry, Pierce, but this is a special matter that can't include outsiders. I'm sure you'll understand.
Why, of course, Jim. I really should be going anyway.
We'll put your order into work as soon as possible.
Well, that's good. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
The visual radiations are present only on a certain ultra-high frequency band. Lately, I've been picking them up with unusual regularity.
There's nothing reflected there yet, Vic. It's a dead screen.
I'll turn up the visibility control.
I see something now.
There's the radiation. The source is obscure, to say the least.
Well, Vic, what do you think?
What we've witnessed is an emanation of deadly cosmic rays of an unclassified type.
Cosmic rays? What are those?
It's hard to say, but it's my belief that a human agency is responsible for them.
But such experiments would be illegal.
Well, the point of origin of those rays probably isn't in this country. They may have traveled halfway around the world.
That's exactly what I think. If we can track them down, I'm sure we'll find the source in some remote part of the world.
Maybe you ought to report what you know to the government.
Not yet, Jack. There's no point in raising false scares. We'll wait till we learn something definite.
Jim is right. I'll carry on with my investigations for a while and see where they lead.
Good.
answering. Well, we got the fuel, Pierce, and we'll put it aboard ship tonight.
Never mind that. I've just come from the Fairfield plant. That scientist Hardy has picked up some of the radiations. He's got to be stopped before he learns too much.
But how? We'd never get past their guards.
Blair and Slade could. They'll be accepted by the guards as legitimate drivers for my export business. Marlin, contact the boys. Tell them I want Hardy taken alive. His scientific knowledge might prove valuable at Point X.
It's kind of risky pulling a deal like that in daylight.
I've already thought of that. And I have a little plan.
Hiya, Pop. Well, what do you want? Why, we're from the Pierce Exporting Company. You remember us, don't you?
Yeah. What are you doing around here at night after the plant's all closed up?
Now, look, Pop, all I know is that we've come to get a special pickup.
Yeah, I've got the order right here.
Hello, Jim. Vic. Sorry to disturb you at this hour, but I have some interesting news. Yes. I believe I have a clue to the location of those cosmic rays.
All right, Hardy, let's go places.
Hello. Hello. You're coming with us, Hardy.
And keep your trap shut.
What happened, Uncle Jim?
I don't know, except Vic must be in some sort of trouble. He called me, and while we were talking, the connection was broken. I tried to call him back, but he didn't answer.
Did you call the guard at the gate?
I tried, and he didn't answer either.
Then there must be something wrong.
Well, I hope nothing's happened to Vic. Is he dead, Uncle Jim?
Yes.
What happened to him?
Apparently he was murdered. We better call the police. Yes, that's right.
I wonder what happened to Vic.
While we're waiting for the police, we'll look around. We might find a clue.
I'll look in the office.
Jack?
Well, I'm not sure unless this means something.
A match folder. No, I don't think that'll help much. Any one of our customers might have dropped that.
Well, I doubt if any of your customers would patronize a waterfront dive like the Remo restaurant, but Vic's kidnappers might.
Well, then there may be a chance to rescue him. Let's get going.
It says here it doesn't open until 6 in the morning.
Then we'll start the first thing in the morning, before breakfast.
Before breakfast?
That's the place over there in the corner.
Something very familiar in front of it, too. You ever see that truck before?
Hey, that looks like the truck that picked up the equipment from Mr. Pierce.
It certainly does. But you don't suppose Mr. Pierce knows anything about Vic, do you?
No, but someone in that restaurant must know plenty.
Look!
Why, it's the same two drivers.
I have an idea. I'll jump into the back of the truck and you follow in the car, and maybe they'll lead us to where they're holding Vic prisoner.
Hop to it, Billy. You two follow, but not too close.
Hey, what's the idea?
Hey, what's the matter? What's all the rush? I got a right to use this street. It's a free country.
Come on, let's go.
What's that? A message from the boss. He just got a flash from Tony. We got a stowaway in the back of the truck. And there's somebody following us in a car.
It's that Fairfield crowd. They're wise to us.
We gotta lose that car, Slade. Turn off that side road ahead and keep going. I'll tell you where to stop. This is far enough. Turn to the right and pull up around the end of the lake.
All right, end of the line. Come on out of there. Come out or I'll blast you out.
Never mind, Jim. Give me your belt. Let's tie this one up.
Nice work, boys.
One of them got away, but at least we've got this one for a consolation prize.
Where's Vic Hardy?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No? Well, we'll keep you hogtied for a while. Maybe you'll remember when the police start investigating the murder of that guard at my plant. Bring him along, boys. teamwork, Jack. Let's get to the car and follow him. He may lead us to Vic.
Locked, but I'm sure he went in here.
I think he did too.
You wait here. Billy and I'll circle the building and see if there's another way in.
I wonder what happened to Uncle Jim.
I don't know. Hey, the door's open. Maybe he went inside.
Let's find out.
Vic! Hold it! Get your hands up.
Come on, back up. Come on. We just caught these two paying Hardy a visit.
I just took care of Fairfield outside. I'll get busy and tie him up.
Let's get out of here, quick. Grab Hardy.
Get him to the car quick. We're heading for the waterfront.
Billy! 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 Come on! Billy!
It's locked. There must be some other way out of here.
That's gasoline. We've got to get out of here.
Let's try and smash that door down.
Right.
Help! Help! Somebody let us out! Help! Let us out! Look out, Billy. Help! Help!
What is this strange place to which Vic Hardy has been taken? What's the secret of these mysterious cosmic rays? Don't miss The Far World, the second thrilling chapter of Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy, at this theater next week.
Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy.
Jack, Billy, and Uncle Jim track the abductors of Vic Hardy to a waterfront warehouse. The boys manage to enter, but are surprised and overpowered in a fight. Hardy's abductors escape with their prisoner. The boys are trapped as a fire starts suddenly.
Billy! 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 Come on! Billy!
It's locked. There must be some other way out of here.
That's gasoline. We've got to get out of here.
Let's try to smash that door down.
Right.
Help! Help! Somebody let us out! Help! Let us out! Come on, Billy. Help! Help! Boy, that's the first blowout I ever attended that they didn't serve food.
Never mind your appetite. Those men are taking Vic Hardy to the waterfront.
Let's go.
Hey, look! There come the Fairfields.
You boys hold them off while I get Hardy to the seaplane.
You all right, Uncle Jim?
Yes, I'm all right.
They got away.
Well, let them go. Our job is to rescue Vic.
Vic's in that plane or I'll eat my hat.
Yes, they've got Vic, and there isn't much we can do about it.
We can notify the police and the Coast Guard.
That's exactly what I intend to do. Come on.
Answer it, Uncle Jim. It may be good news.
Fairfield speaking. I see. Well, keep working on it and let me know if anything turns up.
What did they say?
Nothing definite. The authorities haven't been able to trace the plane. It simply disappeared, vanished.
But they must find it. Those men may kill poor Vic.
I hardly think so. They could have done that at the start. No, I think Vic was captured for another purpose.
I don't get it. What would anybody want with a harmless scientific inventor?
Scientific inventor. Billy, you've hit it. Vic knew something that somebody wanted. Remember how he picked up those strange impulses on our radiation indicator? He may have stumbled on some dangerous information.
He may have stumbled on more than that. By tracing those impulses to their source, we might be able to locate the place to which Vic has been taken.
Oh, that sounds wonderful, Uncle Jim. Don't you think so, Billy?
Well, you may be right, sis, but I can't think on an empty stomach.
Come in. Hello, Pierce. What can I do for you?
You can explain to me why a shipment was not made on my order.
The shipment was made.
I waited for it. The truck never arrived.
That's odd. The truck left here all right. Was it one of yours?
No, my equipment was tied up. I had to rent that one. Then we've all been fooled. Those were fake truck drivers who came here just to get a line on Vic. I'm afraid I don't understand. Is something wrong?
Well, to tell you the truth, Pierce, Vic has been kidnapped.
You're joking. Now, who could have done a thing like that?
We hope to have the answer to that soon. Jack, you and I will stay here to triangulate on the impulses. Meanwhile, Billy, you and Betty go down to the airport. Make arrangements to have a plane stand by until needed. And be sure there's space on the plane to set up our equipment.
Righto, Uncle Jim.
You know, if there's anything I can do, please let me know. I have as much interest in Vic as the rest of you.
What is this place? Where are we?
I'm not the talkative type, chum. Besides, what you don't see can't hurt us. Start walking. head.
Apparently there's visitors in the tunnel.
Doubtless our expected guest.
Duck your head. Here's your man, Professor.
Excellent, Blair. The ruler will be quite pleased.
Would somebody mind telling me what this is all about?
Gladly, Mr. Hardy. Welcome to my domain.
Where'd that voice come from?
You are not here to ask questions, but to listen. You, Victor Hardy, have been selected as a worthy associate of one of the world's foremost scientists, Professor Hogarth Zorn. As an inventor, you will be interested in learning that the professor is on the brink of mastering an achievement several steps beyond atomic energy. It is a cosmic beam annihilator. We believe that you possess certain knowledge valuable to us in completing the master model. You will enjoy the privilege of working under Professor Zorn's direction. Do you accept? Speak.
Even if I believe these claims, I'm not interested in methods of destruction. Sorry, I refuse.
I'm afraid you're acting rather hastily, Mr. Hardy. Professor Zorn is in a position to offer proof.
Will you come this way, please? During the demonstration, you will wear these rubber gloves and this helmet. They will protect the skin against certain deadly emanations.
I'll see you later, Professor.
Very well, Blair. This is a block of chrome steel, one of the strongest metals known to man. Now for the demonstration. You are familiar with the power of heat. That is the basis of this device. My experiments with uranium have given me solurium, a substance derived from the sun, which forms the heart of this mechanism. The sun has given us life, Mr. Hardy, but I've also made it produce death. Watch. There you have it, Mr. Hardy. The work of the cosmic beam annihilator in its developmental stage. Consider this mechanism, constructed with your help, to many times its power. We could destroy cities, entire nations.
This is sheer madness. You'll never succeed.
Perhaps not without your help. The choice is yours, Mr. Hardy. Shall you stand with the conquerors or lie with the dead?
Very well, Professor Zorn. I will work with you.
Excellent, excellent. This laboratory will be your home and your workshop. You are free to enjoy all its privileges, but can go nowhere else. Any attempt on your part to escape would be useless. Come, I will show you why. This graph indicates our position. We are on a volcanic island a great distance from the nearest mainland.
Our triangulations seem to check. The impulses appear to emanate from a point of land thousands of miles from here, south by west.
And for all we know, Vic's being held prisoner there.
Jack's right, Uncle Jim. There's a plane waiting for us at the airport. Why don't we pack up a lot of food and go look for the place?
The radiation indicator would help us find it.
Well, it's a risky venture with very little to go on. Still, it's our only clue. All right, we'll do it. But first, I'll have to notify the government of our findings.
Billy and I will get the equipment ready.
Good.
I'll help you, Jack.
Oh, hello, Pierce. Come on in. What can I do for you?
I thought I'd drop by and see if you had any word from Vic Hardy.
No, we think he's been taken to an island somewhere in the Pacific.
How did you learn that?
By calculating the distance and direction of certain radionic emanations that Vic was investigating when he disappeared.
Well, that all might mean nothing. Besides, how can you be sure that you can find this island, much less determine that Vic is there?
We've arranged for that. Within an hour, Jack, Billy, Betty, and I will leave the airport. By means of a radiation indicator, we hope to trace these impulses to the source.
I see.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have my affairs to put in order.
Why, certainly, Jim. I have things to do, too. I wish you luck.
Thank you.
Fairfield and kids getting warm, intend leaving for island within our Hudson Airport. Stop them. Well, let's go, mates. A few lovers I know are gonna get their pictures in the paper laying down.
What's that ahead, Jack?
Looks like the road's blocked. They must be doing some repair work.
Strange. There wasn't anything there yesterday when Billy and I drove to the airport.
That's right. It may be a trick to get us to stop. Step on it, Jack.
Hey, but we'll go right through the barrier.
That's the idea.
Hang on, here we go.
How did they get wise? Our only chance is to overtake them before they reach that airport. Spotted a step on its sled.
She's wide open.
There's a car following us, Uncle Jim.
Step on it, Jack.
Try to nail them, Lobart. See if you can puncture their tires.
Faster. They're shooting at us.
Empty. Here, use this.
That stopped them.
That was almost bad enough to ruin my appetite.
Nothing could be that bad.
The radiation indicator will work, Uncle Jim?
If it doesn't, Billy, we're sure in a wild goose chase.
Look, it's flashing.
We've picked up the radiations.
That means we're on the right track. Those impulses will act like a radio beam and guide us straight to their point of origin.
Here's a code message from Pierce.
Jack Armstrong and the Fairfields managed to get away in a plane. They're using an indicator to trace our radiations to this island. Well, we've got to stop them. Weckler, hook up the electronic deactivator.
Yes, sir. What are you going to do?
Arrange a special welcome for several unwanted guests. Come, Mr. Hardy, I think you'll find this interesting. This instrument is capable of producing air waves that can effectively freeze the controls of any engine within a given radius.
Those people in that plane are my friends. They'll crash and be killed.
Raise the outside antenna.
The outside antenna is raised.
We've located them, coming into range.
Radiations are getting stronger.
That means we're nearing our goal.
I sure hope so. Well, there's no sign of land yet, but evidently we're approaching something.
Hey, there's land.
What's the matter, Jack? The engines have clogged up. What's happened? I don't know. Everything's gone dead. The controls are frozen. We're going into a dive.
What unseen dangers lie ahead on this menacing island? What fiendish plot against humanity is being hatched in this sinister cavern? Don't fail to see Island of Deception, the third thrill-packed chapter of Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy, at this theater next week.
Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy.
Flying to an island from which they believe the cosmic rays are coming, Jack and his companions are attacked by a mysterious ray which disables their engines. Forced to descend, they drop rapidly toward the menacing rocks below where...
The controls are frozen. We're going into a dive. Well, we made it.
We certainly had a close call.
Are you all right, Betty?
I am now.
All right, Billy?
Yeah, I'm all right, but I'm hungry. I wonder where we can get some food.
Which way do you think we ought to go?
Let's try this way.
The plane and all in it are destroyed. Now we will continue preparing the area globe for flight.
I Never saw so many rocks in all my life. I wonder where they all came from.
They're volcanic. This island was probably pushed up from the sea by an eruption.
Gee, I hope it don't sink before we get off.
That looks like a trail over there.
Well, let's follow it.
It's a trail, all right. I wonder where it leads.
Well, that's what we're going to find out.
The electronic activator did its stuff, Grood. The plane crashed.
Were there any survivors?
I don't think so, unless they parachuted.
Make a search. Remember Pierce radioed that Jack Armstrong and the Fairfields were headed this way?
That's right.
Well, if you find any of them...
I know what to do.
No. Bring them here alive. I want to question them.
Well, if that's the way you want it.
Strange white men fly down from Skyburn. They come this way.
All white men, evil. Tabori, signal warriors. Go.
Sounds like those drums are coming from Yumula's village.
Maybe he's found what we're looking for.
Maybe he has.
Faster, faster! Comandito!
Take cover.
And his gang will save us the trouble of getting rid of them.
We'd better take a hand before they get chopped to pieces. Grood's orders were to bring them back alive.
What's the idea?
I don't want those people to recognize me. Not just yet, at least. Are you folks all right?
Yes. Thanks for helping us. You didn't get here a minute too soon.
Well, we've been searching for your plane ever since it cracked up. Grood wants you brought to his place.
I hope he's got something to eat.
Who's Grood? He runs a trading post. Say, we'd better get started before the natives decide to come back.
Lead the way. That man looks familiar to me.
He does to me, too. I'm sure I've heard that voice before.
But we've never been here before.
Well, come on. No, I'm the only white man on the island. That is, with the exception of a few beachcombers that don't count. Our only link to civilization is a tramp steamer that puts in here every 3 months. So you're hoping for a quick rescue.
Oh, there'll be plenty of people looking for us.
Has another plane landed here recently, Mr. Grood?
No, not that I know of.
Are you sure of that?
Well, the natives would have told me if it had. That is, the friendly natives of Princess Alura, not those renegades who attacked you.
The guest hut is ready.
I'm afraid we're making a lot of trouble for you, Mr. Grood. Not at all. You don't know what your coming to this island means to me. Now, if you will go with him, he'll show you your quarters. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Not at all.
Zorn speaking.
Jack Armstrong and the Fairfields are still with us. Unless some way is found to stop radiations, we'll have more visitors.
All radiations have been eliminated. But with the others here, don't you think that the area globe test should be postponed?
There must be no delay. The test will take place at dawn, and see that Hardy is there to witness it.
Very well. Your orders will be carried out. Oh, I'm sorry that your sleep was interrupted, Mr. Hardy, but you have been accorded a great privilege. You are about to witness the test of our area globe.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
You know that we have been developing a cosmic ray gun of great destructive power. It will be aimed at the Earth from the area globe. Come with me, please. By means of rocket impulses and gravity control, the area globe will take off from this island. It will proceed to a point in space where the gravity of the sun and that of the Earth neutralize each other. At this great height, our cosmic ray annihilator can be aimed at any spot on Earth, ready to destroy every country which refuses to obey our ruler.
I see.
This is Dr. Alura. He will command the area globe on this flight.
I am honored to serve the ruler.
Weckler, you will see that Mr. Hardy is rendered incapable of causing any accidents. It is about time, gentlemen. We will now proceed to the area globe.
We really need another man, Professor, to help handle the controls.
All right. Lessups, you go with the doctor.
Get into your flying clothes.
Mr. Hardy, you will see the takeoff from ground level. Good luck, my friend.
All will go well, you'll see.
Lead the way, Blair.
Secure the door for flight, Blackburn.
Yes, sir.
Check all controls. Prepare for takeoff. Check the oxygen, Mr. Lessups.
Yes, sir.
The area globe should rise in 1/4 of a minute.
Start gravity control. Fire rockets.
See what we have accomplished, Mr. Hardy. We count on you to help us reach our final goal. World domination. Weckler, conduct Mr. Hardy back to his quarters. Blair, what's to be done about the intruders?
I've got my orders. They'll be taken care of this morning.
Killed with a white man's knife.
Unless I miss my guess, that native is going to accuse us of the crime. We'd better get to the trading post and ask Grood's advice.
Of course, there's no doubt in my mind about your innocence. But how Princess Alura and Naga will react is another question, especially Naga. Who's Naga? The princess's chief advisor, sort of a prime minister.
Don't you think we ought to go to the native village now and get this thing straightened out?
It looks as though you've been saved the trouble. It seems the village have come to you. That's Princess Alura, the head of the tribe. The man at her side is Naga.
You see that little fella next to her? Well, he's the one that put the finger on us.
We come for white people who kill Rufu.
We've killed no one, Princess. There's a murderer around somewhere, but it's not one of us.
Song we see white man with knife in hand.
Your Highness, you can't condemn people without a fair trial.
Let white men and white women come to Sacred Grotto. Our god Zelta decide if their hands clean.
I don't like this.
Well, there's not much you can do about it. If you take my advice, you'll play along with them.
Come.
Summon the Panther Woman so that she may entreat our god Exalta to manifest himself to us.
Why Grood doesn't do something to stop this ritual.
I don't know why, but if he's going to help us, it better be pretty soon.
It can't be too soon to suit me.
Exalta, thy people pray to hear thy voice.
One of my people lies slain by a white man's knife in a white man's hand. Blood must be washed out with blood. I, Exalta, order that the white people be taken to the pit of everlasting fire and hurled into its depth. I, Exalta, has spoken.
Run for it! find a way to help Jack and Betty.
We've got to lose those native guards first.
Make way for your friends. They won't escape long.
Will these ferocious natives wipe out the rest of the little expedition? Why are these conspirators still holding Vic Hardy a prisoner? Be sure to see Into the Chasm, the 4th action chapter of Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy, at this theater next week.
Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy.
Captured by hostile natives, Jack Armstrong and his party are sentenced to death by sacrifice. Daringly attempting escape, Jack enables Uncle Jim and Billy to get free. But Jack and Betty are recaptured and now are forced to the edge of the pit of everlasting fire.
You will make way for your friends. They won't escape long.
Get down, Betty.
Zelda's command has been obeyed. Return to your homes.
What put the fire out?
I don't know, but it's a lucky thing for us it is out.
Betty, look at this. The fire comes through a jet. And they're all around the pit.
Look, Jack.
Come quick. Who are you? Me, Umala. No time for talk. Come. I'd better go first, Betty, in case it's a trap. Me, friend. Go in. Come, I guide you.
Better circle back and see what happened to Jack and Betty.
All right.
This is why the fire in the pit went out. Somebody knocked out Jackal and shut off the controls. You take him back and report while I look around.
How did you two get out of that fire pit?
Yumala here managed it.
That doesn't make sense, Jack.
Yes, it does, Billy, because Yumala was just telling me that he and his followers were banished from their tribe for opposing the white men on this island.
And that if the white men are our enemies, then we must be Yumala's friends.
Well, that's different.
Yumala, have you seen any airplanes around here? You know, big flybirds?
Yumala no plane. 2 come from faraway place.
2 planes?
That would be ours and one other.
How many men were in the other plane?
In other plane, 2 men. 1 man have cloth over eyes and hands tied.
Then we can be sure Vic is on this island.
Umla go now. Live near jungle. There's swamps.
Well, thanks for getting us out of that fire pit. That fire pit's a fake, Uncle Jim. It's worked by remote control.
I'm not surprised. Right now, we've got to locate Vic.
Yeah, and find out why they brought him here.
Well, they must have some big reason for wanting us out of the way.
The natives don't seem to know what's going on. Otherwise, Yumala would have mentioned it.
Well, the place to start searching is the sacred grotto. The natives may believe a voice comes out of the flame, but I don't.
We'll go in after dark. Meanwhile, I think we better find a safer spot to hide in.
Well, let's not go that way. It'd be worth as much as our lives would cost, that thing. Let's go this way.
Well, Blair, what's the news?
Our plan failed. I just saw all 4 of them in the jungle.
The help we have around here is almost brilliant.
But no one figured that native Yumala would get them out of the fire pit.
And nearly knock off one of our men in the bargain. I know all about it. Here I'm trying to lead you to the conquest of the world, and you blunder on a little job like this.
That's always liable to happen.
There's no excuse for failure. Suppose they get a message through to the authorities. What then?
They can't. They haven't any equipment.
Why are you so sure? You dismissed them too lightly. You haven't even taken the lesson from their escape.
That was a fluke.
There must be no flukes, no mistakes. Now, these are my orders. Eliminate all 4 without delay. Now go and see that everyone is alerted.
What is it, Naga?
My princess, the people demand the capture and death of the 4 white intruders.
Do you speak for my people, Naga? Or for yourself?
For all, princess. These intruders have defiled the sacred temple.
Twice now you have asked this. Why?
Because they have killed one of our people.
Yet our god Exalta saved them from the fire death. What do you answer to that?
There is no law above Exalta.
Go then, and do not ask again for the lives of these 4 strangers, or you shall give me cause to question.
Just as I thought, this fire's worked by remote control.
Just like the fire pit.
Give me a hand, Billy.
Okay.
Zorn speaking.
Zorn speaking.
There is someone in the sacred grotto.
Have your men cover the exits. I'll send others from here.
Any further orders?
Yes. Hold 1 or 2 as prisoners for questioning if possible. Otherwise, eliminate them all. And Professor, don't use the new man, but let him know what is happening.
Right. Weckler, Lessons. There's someone spying in the grotto. We ought to dispose of him. You ought to remain here.
I'd like to help if there's trouble.
Why, Mr. Hardy, you seem quite eager to liquidate your former friends, but I'm afraid your help will not be needed. Come.
Someone's coming. Someone's coming this way. Someone's coming this way, too.
Try this. Hide in there.
Blair! Bird, Selfridge. You see anyone escaping?
I didn't see anybody.
How about you boys?
I didn't see anyone.
Not a soul.
Then they must be in the cave. Smoke them out.
They blocked the exit. Quick, out that way. Hold it. Find Naga. Tell him to get some natives and head them off at the other side of the bridge and don't waste any time.
Give me your gun.
They must be calling the natives to head us off. We'll have to cross that rope bridge. It's our only chance to reach Yumalas camp.
Are you all right, Betty? You think you can make it?
Sure, come on.
We're in luck. They're heading for the bridge.
Uncle Jim.
Those natives don't sound friendly. What are we going to do?
We haven't much choice.
Which way should we go?
Try and fight our way through those natives. It's our best chance to get to Humala's camp.
Let's try it. Looks like we're too late. They're chopping away the bridge.
Turn around and hang on.
Just how far can Grood control these hostile natives? What menace to civilization is contained in this mysterious aeroglobe? Don't miss The Spaceship, the 5th smashing chapter of Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy, at this theater next week. Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy. Trapped between hostile natives and vengeful renegades, Jack and his party are forced to flee across a chasm by means of a flimsy native bridge. Before they can reach safety, the natives appear on the far side of the bridge and...
Those natives don't sound friendly. What are we going to do?
We haven't much choice.
Which way should we go?
Better try and fight our way through those natives. It's our best chance to get to Humala's camp.
Let's try it. Looks like we're too late. They're chopping away the bridge.
Turn around and hang on.
like the end of the line.
Yeah, it's more than 50 feet to the bottom.
We can't stay here and beat targets.
If we only had some of that rope from the bridge.
That's an idea. Billy, you and Betty stay here. Jack and I will go back.
I think this is as far as they can go.
They'll probably head back along that ledge.
Maybe not. Maybe we can do something with these boulders. Give me a hand.
Tie to that bush, Jack.
I'll go down first. When the rope is slack, send Betty down.
Watch the jacket points.
Jim?
I'm all right, just a few scratches.
I think we can head across the valley to Humala's camp.
Zorn speaking. Professor, bring down the aerial globe. Tomorrow morning, the natives need another demonstration.
I understand.
You will take it up. I want the new man Hardy to go with you. Explain everything to him.
It is understood. Mr. Hardy. Mr. Hardy. I am about to signal our area globe. This light indicates its position high in the ionosphere. For communications, we employ supersonic waves. Dr. Al Buer. Dr. Al Buer.
This is Al Buer.
Bring down the area globe. This is Zorn speaking.
Very good. Does the gravity control function?
Gravity control? All right.
If necessary, I will contact you.
Right. You have heard me speak with outer space at a point there at zero gravity. The forces are indicated there. Where the pull of gravity from the sun and outer solar planets equalizes the pull of Earth gravity, there you have zero gravity, creating a space platform. On this, our area globe rests, remains stationary, floating like a cork on the sea.
The light beam represents the area globe or the platform coming down.
I see you understand. The area globe has come into the orbit of Earth gravity. It is falling at controlled speed, far greater than the speed of sound. It will be guided directly to this island.
Do you have to prepare for the landing?
No, that is magnetically controlled. The sphere is coming into its anchor. The area globe is made of solid metal. It weighs over 170 tons.
I understand I'm to go up with you, Professor.
Yes, tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, you will make your first journey into the infinite.
For what purpose?
So that you may know our position in outer space. With the cosmic beam we are developing, we can control the destiny of the Earth.
The plan, then, is Earth conquest?
Yes. You perhaps wonder why I confide in you.
I'm sure you trust me completely.
We do better than that. We watch you. I explain the purpose of our area globe because you are here to work with us. You must know the goal to which we strive.
Mrs. Orne, Mr. Hardy.
Dr. Albuer, our new colleague is to go up with me tomorrow.
You have a tremendous experience in store for you, Mr. Hardy. Now, gentlemen, I shall turn in. 72 hours without sleep.
I don't blame you. Lesseps, you will see that the rockets are in place for an early takeoff.
They'll be ready, Professor.
Good.
I don't see anyone in the camp.
I guess they've all gone to bed.
Don't you think we ought to let Yumla know we've arrived?
No, morning will be all right. We could all stand a little sleep.
Brother, am I hungry? Is that news?
Boy, won't breakfast taste good.
You mean coconuts?
Mr. Blackman, secure the door, please.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hardy, put on your helmet.
Ready for rockets.
I'm sure that rocket came out of the fire pit. It must connect with the hideout the white men operate from.
It's probably from the underground temple that Yumla told us about.
Unfortunately, the temple's taboo with the natives, so he can't help us much in finding it.
I think we'll find it in the cave he mentioned.
What he said was important. White fellium go in, no come out.
Let's try it.
Yes, we don't know what we're looking for or where to find it, except to find Vic. That's certainly starting from scratch.
Well, let's get Yumla and make a start.
Mr. Hardy, look down. You will see an amazing sight.
Taboo, taboo.
I guess it's taboo for you, Mullah.
Someone's coming.
I guess that shows us the way, Uncle Jim.
Let's try it.
That must be Blair entering the tunnel.
This door operates electrically. Look, there's a slot where they insert something, probably some kind of metal.
They must use a lead disc.
Where are we going to get any lead?
I have some. Get your knife out, Jack.
What are you doing with a piece of lead?
Well, a man would know that a woman's skirts and jackets are weighted with lead.
Good girl, Betty.
Is anyone else supposed to be entering the tunnel?
Not that I know of.
Then it must be those four inquisitive strangers.
Well, in that case, we're very fortunate.
What do you mean? They'll get wise to our setup.
If they don't get out, they won't. Now, if the beam's broken, they can't open the slab. We got them in a trap. Wait a minute, no hurry. They'll lose themselves in a maze of tunnels.
Let's try this way.
We'd better stay close together.
Hey, Jackman, come here.
In case any of them escape after we ambush them, I think we can maneuver them into the fire pit.
And then bring down the aerial globe.
That's right. You'd better communicate with the professor.
What was that?
Someone's coming. Quick, get out of sight. We're in a bad spot.
We can get out of here through the fire pit.
Yes, like Jack and I did before, Uncle Jim.
They're headed for the pit. Weckler, you know what to do.
Right. Professor Zorn. Professor Zorn.
Zorn speaking.
Professor, bring down the aerial globe immediately. It's an emergency.
Very well. Prepare for landing and keep voice channel open.
What do you suppose is wrong, Professor?
I don't know. You heard as much as I did. Prepare to descend.
You go in first, Betty.
What's the matter, Betty?
The pipe is closed. It's been sealed up.
Hey, look at the door. It's closing. You better use that piece of lead you used before, Jack.
Right.
Won't work. That means we're sealed in here.
Hey, look!
Mr. Hardy. Look down.
Where does Gregory Pierce fit into this sinister plot? Is the princess really friendly to our party, or is she too playing a treacherous game? See what happens in Tunnels of Treachery, Chapter 6 of Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy, at this theater next week.
The Lone Ranger. Fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty Hi-Yo Silver. The Lone Ranger.
This is a story of one of the most mysterious characters to appear in the early days of the West. He was a fabulous individual, a man whose presence brought fear to the lawless and hope to those who wanted to make this frontier land their home. He was known as the Lone Ranger. The Lone Ranger and Tonto, in their ever-vigilant pursuit of outlaws and evildoers, have been riding for days to reach this ranch belonging to the lovely young Ellen Carter. They have learned that Ellen, who trusts no strangers, has been fighting desperately but futilely to save her property from the land-hungry hands of unscrupulous, violent men.
If you're more of Jeff Grant's hoodlum and come to frighten me off my ranch, you'll find I don't frighten easily.
We don't like Jeff Grant any better than you do, Miss Carter.
But you're not one of Grant's men. Why are you wearing that mask?
I wore this same mask when I helped your father clean up the old Potter gang. He may have told you about me. You ever seen one of these before?
A silver bullet. Then you must be the Lone Ranger.
Now, will you trust Tonto and me to help you?
How did you find out I was in trouble?
Bad news always travel fast. We ran into a couple of your ranch hands. Grant's men had run them off.
He's been doing that for months now, trying to force me into selling out by making it impossible for me to work my ranch. If he thinks that just because I'm a woman he can bully me into doing anything he wants, he's very much mistaken.
Why does Grant want your property?
To build a stagecoach road across it. I offered him a right-of-way, but he insists on all or nothing.
That not make sense. You're right, Tonto. Grant must want this ranch for something a lot more important than a stagecoach road, or he'd be willing to compromise. How many hands are working for you now, Miss Carter?
Just Bill Morgan, my foreman. He stuck with me through all my trouble.
Why not me work here, Kimasabi? No, Tonto. I think it's more important that you try to get a job at Grant's ranch. That way we'll have some idea what he plans to do. Me try get job somehow. Tonto, I'll contact you as soon as I've rounded up a couple of ranch hands to work for Miss Carter. Me be waiting.
I'm afraid that's impossible. Why, every man in the county knows what Grant's roughnecks would do to him if he worked for me.
Not every man. I'll send you two who won't be afraid of Grant or anybody else. Have you ever heard of Pete Lacey and Pedro Martinez? Are you ready? See. Go.
Caramba, you missed me by 2 whole inches. You couldn't hit me if I had donkey's ears. Well, try again. This time I'll make it really tough.
You think that's shooting? Watch this.
No, that's the one. Madre mia, I don't like this. Have you ever missed a man?
Only the last 2 times. Fella wasn't hurt much. Oh, Silver. There's the 2 men I'm looking for. On, Silver. Put up those guns, men. Only fools risk their lives without reason.
That burning, and I just had it lined up perfect.
Oh, who do you think you're talking to, masked man? To a couple of men who once helped me capture some outlaws in Cactus County. Have you forgotten?
Caramba, now I'm knowing you. This masked man is our friend, the Lone Ranger.
Don't you two ever get tired of fighting each other?
Oh, it's nothing, senor. We just have the little duel to pass the time of day.
Don't you have anything better to do? You're two of the best bronc riders in the territory. Tell me, why aren't you working?
Work? No, thanks, friend. Work don't agree with us. That's right, amigo. We're two of the laziest hombres in the whole county.
Well, that's too bad. The Carter Ranch could use a couple of husky men like you.
Why us? There's plenty of good hands in these parts.
Not anymore. Jeff Grant and his roughnecks have run them off. He's trying to force Miss Ellen Carter into selling out to him.
Miss Ellen? Why didn't you say so before? This senorita, she's pretty?
You'll have to decide that for yourself.
We do it. Pedro Martinez have never failed to help the beautiful senorita in distress.
You go on ahead to her ranch. I'll meet you there later.
I ride like the wind. You'll have to ride faster than that if you want to beat me, you beautiful girl. Pedro, we're not really going through with this thing, are we? Work? Pedro Martinez de Salvador y Ruñega have given his promise. Well, but supposing she's one of them strong-minded, hatchet-faced females. Well, in that case, Pedro Martinez de Salvador y Ruñega will break his promise. Ma'am, we'd like a job. Si, senorita, we would like a job.
Oh, you must be the two men the Lone Ranger told me about.
Si, senorita. My friend Pete Lacey, he's the world's best pistol shot. And I, Pedro Martinez de Salvador y Ruñega, can throw the whip better than I can throw the bull.
Bill, would you come here a minute, please? Bill, here are two men who actually want to work for me. This is Bill Morgan, my foreman.
How are you? I sure hope you two fellas don't scare easily. If Jeff Grant hears you're working for us, he'll send some of his gang over here to rough you up.
Pedro Martinez is afraid of nobody. And my friend Pete Lacey, he's afraid of nobody but Pedro. That's a lie, you lazy honorary polecat. I can outduel you any day.
Take it easy, boys. You're both hired, lazy or not. Drop your blanket rolls in the bunkhouse, and I'll be with you in 5 minutes.
Si, senor. It will be a great pleasure to work for the beautiful senorita. Likewise. Ay, that Miss Ellen. Could you not see the love light in her eyes for Pedro Martinez? That was me she was looking at, you spit-curl baboon. If this Jeff Grant tries to hurt her, first I cut his throat, then I shoot his heart out, and then I kill him. Caramba, senor. You're even better than I am, and that is impossible.
This may come in handy, boys. Tonto was working as cook's helper at Grant's ranch. He warned me we can expect a visit from Grant's men at any time now.
Good. I've been kind of watching for him to come. You've been watching the beautiful Miss Ellen. And all the time it's for me, she sighs.
Wait a minute. Riders are coming.
Yeah, they're Grant's men, all right. Good. We gave them a welcome they do not expect.
You're trespassing on private property. What do you want?
That Carter female must be so hard up for help she had to hire a masked man to work for her. We want you to vamoose, that's what we want.
Vamoose? Mister, we like it here.
It ain't healthy to like it here. Now, do you want to go peaceful? Or shall we show you just how unhealthy it is?
Pedro Martinez have never felt in better health.
You're the ones who are going to vamoose.
That masked hombre talks big. Let's get him, boys.
Hey, watch the round fit. Hey, one down and 3 to go.
That should hold you for a while.
that'll show them who's going to vamoose.
You can go now. Tell Grant if he sends any more of his men, they'll get the same treatment.
See, and tell them if they bother Miss Ellen again, we're going to really get mad and hurt somebody. Now get.
I'm going to try to see Tonto. When Grant finds out his bullying tactics won't work anymore, he's likely to try something a lot more drastic. I'll see you later.
So the four of you, Hefty, weren't even a match for two lazy drifters and some hombre wearing a mask.
I told you, Mr. Grant, they used whips and guns.
You had guns too, didn't you? I've had enough fooling around. I want that property before Ellen Carter finds out there's gold on it.
She's a stubborn female, boss. Why don't you give up and start digging the vein you found on your own property?
When the biggest part of it extends across into the Carter Ranch? No, thanks. If you won't be sensible, I'll just have to get a ranch another way. A sure way. Get out of here, Ensign. You're supposed to be helping the cook. Can't you see we're talking business?
What do you mean, a sure way, boss? She said she'd never sell to you as long as she lives.
Then we'll just have to fix it so she doesn't live long.
What did you find out, Tonto?
Plenty, Kimasabi. Gold on Carter Ranch.
So that's why Grant wants it.
Them plan something heap bad. Send me out of room so we can't hear.
Come on. There's a window open over there. I tell you, boss, I don't like it. Killing a woman.
I don't care what you like or don't like. It's the only way. Besides, it won't be murder. It'll be an accident. An unfortunate accident. Once she's out of the way, I'll be able to buy the place for a song. There's not another ranch in the county with nerve enough to bid against me.
But what if somebody gets suspicious? Accidents like that don't happen all by themselves.
If anybody gets blamed, it'll be those two worthless drifters, Pete and Pedro. They won't be able to defend themselves because they'll be dead, too.
Hold it.
Reach. No tricks. What's the matter?
Looks like this engine was cooking up more than food, boss.
This the hombre from the Carter Ranch?
Yeah. He and the engine sure heard an earful.
That's one earful they're going to wish they hadn't heard. Take him down to the barn.
What are you going to do with them, boss? If they spill what they just heard...
Don't worry. They won't get a chance. We'll take them with us to the Carter place. Nice thing about a fire, it burns up all the evidence, including dead bodies.
The Lone Ranger and Tonto, in their efforts to help Ellen Carter save her ranch, have been captured by ruthless Jeff Grant and his men.
Make it good and tight. I'd hate to lose such nice kindling wood.
We found their horses, boss. The big silver one was in that clump of trees.
Good. Let's get going.
You're a fool, Grant, if you think you can get away with this.
You're the fool, masked man. I don't make plans that won't work. Get them on their horses.
You forget we're not the only ones trying to help Ellen Carter. She has other friends, too.
Oh, Bill Morgan? It'll be 1 against 5.
Aren't you forgetting those two new hands she hired? Pete and Pedro?
Those two show-offs? Yeah, I know all about them, and they don't worry me a bit. We'll take care of Pete and Pedro just like we're going to take care of you. Come on.
The beautiful Senorita Ellen. When she sees this, no longer can she resist Pedro Martinez.
Pedro Martinez, that big windbag. I reckon this will show Miss Ellen who's the man for her.
I'll put it over her head like this. Then I'll crush her in my arms like this.
Let's just see how it looks.
Hey, that even looks good on me. What chance of Pete Lacey against me?
Dad, burn it.
I thought you're telling me you right, Tutan. You tell a big lie.
And you said you'd be tending the stock. That's a bigger lie.
Well, a beautiful senorita, eh? The minute my back is turned, you're making love behind my front, eh? I suppose you're going to wear that over your head.
What's the matter with you boys? Don't you two ever stop squabbling? Say, those are right pretty-looking doodads. What you gonna do with them?
Didn't you ever see a wedding present before? Say, we've decided it's time for Miss Ellen to get married.
Say, that's a fine idea. Well, good luck, boys.
You see, just like I'm telling you, she's eating her heart out for Pedro Martinez. If she's in love with anybody, it's me. We let her make the choose.
Reach. Stick him in the old storehouse with the masked hombre in the engine. Looks like just the right place for our little accident to happen. Come on, boys.
Oh, Pete and Pedro. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. What seems to be your trouble?
We got kind of a problem, ma'am. Si, senorita. We are both in love.
Well, I think that's wonderful. Who's the lucky girl?
But that is the problem, senorita. The lucky girl, she's only one. And I am for she. Dad read it. You said you'd let her choose.
Oh, well, that's very flattering, boys. But you see...
Don't anybody move.
Just what is this, Mr. Grant?
It's a funeral, Miss Carter. Your funeral.
Caramba. At a time like this, my back is where my front should be.
If this is another one of your attempts to frighten me into selling out, it won't work. And if you harm any of my friends, I'll have the law on you.
That'll be kind of hard to do, Miss Carter, if you and your friends are all dead. I'm sure glad you never bothered to tear down this old storehouse, Miss Carter. Makes a dandy coffin. Strong enough to hold you in and dry enough to burn like tinder. Okay, men, get the fire ready. You should have sold when I asked you to, Miss Carter. Now it's too late.
You're going to have a hard time explaining this fire to the sheriff, Grant.
I don't think so. How can you prove who started a fire if all the witnesses are dead? All ready, boss.
Okay, let it go.
Well, keep cool. Good work, boys. Won't be long now. Come on, we don't want to be seen here. We'll hide out at the ranch house till it's over. And if anybody comes along and tries to put out that fire, we'll take care of them, too.
Take it easy, Ellen.
Don't worry, Miss Ellen. We get you out somehow.
Darn idiot. It's us got her in here. Turn our backs on them polecats at Grant's.
It's no use, Kimasabi. Knots too tight. Need 9.
You're right. Got to do something. The window.
Broken glass, good night. But window too high.
Yes, fortunately. Tonto, hop over to the door. We may be able to force it open. Hurry, Tonto.
Handle brake. Look, Kimasabi. Where? Break window.
The glass. There isn't a second to lose.
Caramba, senor. What are you doing?
Pull out your wrist, Tonto. Glad I'm wearing gloves. This glass is hot.
Hey, it might work. We can just get out. I know where they stowed the guns, in the bunkhouse.
Look!
Hey, senor, make with a hurry. Pronto, eh?
Press tighter, Tonto. I reckon it's about time for us to call the boss. Take a look.
Yeah, nothing but smoke.
By now, they'll be burnt to crisp. Let's go here. Sam, what the? Don't move, Grant. Get their guns, Tonto. It's all right, Miss Carter.
Rock-a-bye band and on the rooftop. When the roof pulls that will go clap. When the rope slips, they'll land on their feet. And time will come bounding. There's no one beat.
Miss Carter, we've got them tied up in the barn. Pete and Pedro are going for the sheriff. You won't have any more trouble with Grant or his men.
Oh, that's fine. And I can hardly believe what you told me about the gold. Now Bill and I will really be able to make a success of the ranch.
Don't you think we ought to get married first?
Marry? You mean all the time she have been in love with he?
I'm afraid so, Pedro. But we want you both to be best man at our wedding.
There's only one best man, and that is Pedro Martinez de Salvador y Ruñega.
Concerning it, that's a lie. Pete Lace is a better man than Pedro Martinez ever was.
You men me insult. Come, we fight a duel. And after we kill each other, we'll go for the sheriff.
They're a great pair, Miss Carter. Come on, Tonto. We have more work to do. Adios.
Bye. There goes an even greater pair. Just think, Bill, we might have lost everything if it weren't for the Lone Ranger.
Hello, that's the end of Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy, chapters 1 through 5. Join us next week for chapters 6 through 10. Thanks again for tuning in. Good night, folks.